Hello everyone! Today I'm thrilled to take you on an exciting journey to one of the most fascinating countries in the world, Japan. For the next 20 minutes, we are going to dive deep into what makes this place so incredible. I've always wanted to explore Japan and I'm finally doing it, bringing you guys along for the ride. We're going to look at everything from insane technology to ancient traditions that will blow your mind. This isn't just a list, it's an adventure. Known for its rich history, cutting-edge technology, and vibrant culture, Japan is a land full of surprises. Seriously, every corner you turn, there's something new and unbelievable. I sent my team out to find the most insane facts, and what they came back with is just wild. We're talking about thousands of islands, the world's longest life expectancy, and robots that will make you question reality. I promise you, by the end of this video, you will see Japan in a completely new light. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed as I share with you 20 mind-blowing facts about this incredible nation. We're going to count them down one by one, and each fact gets crazier than the last. Are you ready? Because this is going to be one of the most interesting videos I've ever made. Let's get started with fact number 1. Kicking things off with a huge one, did you know that Japan isn't just a couple of islands? It's a massive archipelago made up of over 14,000 islands. That number is insane, right? Most people only know about the 4 main ones: Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku. Those 4 make up almost 97% of the entire country's land area, which is where most of the action happens. But imagine the thousands of other smaller islands scattered across the Pacific Ocean, each with its own unique vibe and environment. This means Japan's geography is unbelievably diverse. In the north, on islands like Hokkaido, you can find snowy mountains perfect for skiing and crazy ice festivals. But if you travel all the way south to the islands of Okinawa, it's like a completely different world. We're talking about subtropical beaches, crystal clear water, and vibrant coral reefs. It's like having Siberia and Hawaii in the same country. This sheer variety is what makes exploring Japan an endless adventure. You could spend a lifetime here and still not see everything. Alright, fact number 2 is about the people. Japan has a population of over 125 million. To put that in perspective, that's like the entire population of California, Texas, and Florida combined, all living in an area smaller than the state of Montana. The density is just incredible, especially in cities like Tokyo, which is the most populous metropolitan area on the planet. You see these massive crowds and think it's chaotic, but somehow, it all works with perfect organization. It's a sea of people moving in perfect harmony. But here's the crazy part. Japan's population is actually shrinking and aging faster than any other country. A huge percentage of the population is over 65 years old. This creates some really unique challenges for their society. Like, who is going to take care of the elderly and how will they fill all the jobs? They're turning to some insane solutions, including using robots in nursing homes, which we'll talk about later. This demographic shift is changing the very fabric of Japanese society, and the whole world is watching to see how they handle it. This next fact is something we could all learn from. The Japanese have the highest life expectancy in the world. On average, women live to be around 87 years old, and men live to be about 81. That is just staggering. There are more people over the age of 100 in Japan per capita than anywhere else. We actually tried to find some of these centenarians, and their wisdom is just off the charts. They've seen their country completely transform over a century. So what's their secret? It's not just one thing, but a combination of factors. A huge part of it is their diet. The traditional Japanese diet is packed with fish, tofu, seaweed, and fresh vegetables, and they eat very little red meat and dairy. It's super balanced and low in calories. On top of that, they have an amazing healthcare system that focuses on prevention. Plus, staying active is a huge part of their culture, even into old age. It's a powerful lesson in how lifestyle choices can lead to a long, healthy life. Okay, so let's talk about something Japan is like super famous for technology. And honestly, nothing screams Japanese innovation more than the Shinkansen, or as we call it, the bullet train. These things are absolute marvels of engineering. They can travel at speeds of up to 320 kilometers per hour, or 200 miles per hour. That's, basically like getting from Los Angeles to Las Vegas in just over an hour. It really changes your whole perception of distance. We rode one, and wow, the feeling of speed is just surreal. Yet it's incredibly smooth and quiet inside. But it's not just about the speed, it's the punctuality. The average delay for a bullet train is less than a minute. Literally. If a train is even slightly late, it's actually a national news story. This level of precision is a symbol of Japanese efficiency and respect for people's time. The Shinkansen network connects almost the entire country, making it super easy to travel between major cities. And get this, it's been running for over 50 years without a single fatal accident. It's honestly the safest, fastest, and most efficient way to travel, period. You might think you know tea, but honestly, you have no idea until you've been to Japan. Here, tea isn't just a drink, it's like a way of life. It's deeply woven into their culture and history. We're not talking about just any tea, we're talking mainly about green tea, or ocha. You find it everywhere, in bottles and vending machines, served for free in restaurants, and in countless varieties like matcha, sencha, and chenmaicha. Each one has a distinct flavor and purpose. It's a kind of a universe of its own. The ultimate expression of this is the Japanese tea ceremony, or chanoyu. This is a spiritual and artistic ritual that's been practiced for centuries. It's not about just drinking tea, it's about appreciating the moment. Every single movement from whisking the matcha powder to presenting the cup is precise and full of meaning. It's a form of meditation designed to create a sense of harmony and peace. Witnessing a real tea ceremony is like stepping back in time and connecting with the very soul of Japan. It's beautiful, profound, and honestly incredibly calming. Alright, so from massive populations to something incredibly small, get ready for this, because Japan is home to one of the world's smallest animals, the pygmy water frog. This little guy is so tiny that a full-grown adult can actually sit comfortably on the tip of your finger. They're almost impossible to spot in the wild unless you know exactly where to look. We sent a camera crew with a macro lens to try and find one, and wow, the footage is just unbelievable. It actually looks like something out of a fantasy movie. This tiny frog is a perfect example of Japan's incredible biodiversity. Because it's an archipelago with such varied climates, Japan is home to a huge range of unique wildlife that you can't find anywhere else. There are snow monkeys that bathe in hot springs, giant salamanders that look like prehistoric creatures, and the famous sika deer that roam freely in cities like Nara. The country takes conservation seriously, protecting these habitats so that creatures, both big and small, can thrive. It's a reminder that even in a high-tech nation, nature is still at its heart. You can't talk about Japan without mentioning its most iconic landmark, Mount Fuji. This mountain is absolutely breathtaking. It's a perfectly symmetrical cone that stands over 3,776 meters, or 12,388 feet, tall, making it the highest peak in Japan. It's been a source of inspiration for artists and poets for centuries and is considered one of Japan's 3 holy mountains. Seeing it in person, especially with the cherry blossoms in the foreground, is a bucket list moment. It's just as majestic as you imagine. But here's the mind-blowing part. Mount Fuji is an active volcano. Its last major eruption was in 1707, but scientists constantly monitor it because it's still very much alive. The pressure is building up underneath, and while they say an eruption isn't imminent, the possibility is always there. It's this crazy duality, a symbol of serene beauty that holds immense destructive power. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people climb it during the summer, hiking through the night to see the sunrise from the summit. It's a spiritual pilgrimage for many Japanese people. Okay, let's switch gears to something Japan has absolutely dominated pop culture. I'm talking about anime, manga, and J-pop. This isn't just a niche hobby. It's a global phenomenon that has influenced entertainment, fashion, and art worldwide. Shows like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and Attack on Titan have millions of fans in every corner of the globe. I grew up watching some of these, and they are a huge part of why I was so excited to come here. The storytelling and animation are on another level, and it goes way beyond just anime. Manga, which are Japanese comics, are a massive industry, read by people of all ages. Then you have iconic characters like Hello Kitty, Pikachu, and Mario, who are more recognizable than most real-life celebrities. We went to Akihabara in Tokyo, the electric town, and it was like stepping into another dimension. Giant billboards with anime characters, multi-story arcades, and stores filled with merchandise as far as the eye can see. It's a vibrant, colorful, and insanely fun part of Japanese culture that has captured the world's imagination. This next one is something you feel the moment you arrive in Japan. The people are known for their incredible politeness and respect. It's not just a stereotype, it's deeply ingrained in their society. Everything from how people greet each other to how they hand you change at a store is done with a level of courtesy that is almost shocking at first. The simple act of bowing is a huge part of daily interaction. The depth of the bow signifies the level of respect, and it's used for everything from saying hello to apologizing. This culture of respect, or omotenashi, is all about anticipating the needs of others and providing selfless hospitality. You see it in the pristine cleanliness of the cities. People take their own trash home because there are very few public trash cans. You see it in the quietness of the subways, where talking on the phone is a major faux pas. It's a society built on mutual consideration and maintaining harmony. It makes traveling here an incredibly pleasant and stress-free experience. You feel welcomed and respected everywhere you go. If you thought the bullet train was high-tech, you haven't seen anything yet. Japan has the world's most advanced robotics industry. They are not just building robots for factories, they are integrating them into every aspect of daily life. Honestly, it feels like you've walked onto the set of a sci-fi movie. We visited a cafe where all the waiters were robots, and it was one of the wildest experiences of my life. They take your order, make your coffee, and bring it to your table, all with perfect precision. The innovation is just relentless. You have humanoid robots like Honda's Asimo, which can walk, run, and interact with people, and SoftBank's Pepper, a robot designed to be a social companion that can recognize human emotions. As we mentioned earlier, with their aging population, Japan is pioneering the use of carebots to assist the elderly with daily tasks. They see robotics not as a threat, but as a solution to some of their biggest societal challenges. They are literally building the future, and it's happening right now. This fact is about something incredibly beautiful, but also fleeting. Every spring, Japan transforms into a pink and white paradise thanks to the cherry blossoms, or sakura. For about 2 weeks, the entire country is covered in these delicate flowers. It's one of the most beautiful natural events on the planet. The visual is absolutely stunning, and people travel from all over the world just to witness it. We timed this trip perfectly to be here for it, and I can tell you the pictures don't do it justice. But the cherry blossom season is about more than just pretty flowers. It holds deep cultural significance in Japan. The short lifespan of the blossoms, blooming spectacularly and then falling away in the wind, is seen as a metaphor for the beautiful but transient nature of life itself. It's a concept known as mono no aware. To celebrate, people hold hanami parties, which are picnics under the blooming sakura trees. Friends, families, and co-workers gather to eat, drink, and appreciate the momentary beauty. It's a joyful and profound tradition. Here's a fact that's both quirky and incredibly convenient. Japan has an obsession with vending machines. They are everywhere. I'm not exaggerating. There's about one vending machine for every 23 people in the country. You'll find them on busy city streets, in quiet residential neighborhoods, and even on top of mountains. You are never more than a few steps away from one, and they are always stocked, clean, and in perfect working order. It's a level of convenience that is hard to comprehend. And they don't just sell drinks. Oh no. You can buy almost anything from a Japanese vending machine. We're talking hot coffee in a can, full hot meals like ramen or curry, fresh eggs, umbrellas, t-shirts, and even mystery boxes. We spent a whole day just trying out different vending machines, and it was one of the most fun challenges we've ever done. The variety is endless and sometimes just plain weird. It's a unique part of the urban landscape that perfectly captures Japan's love for automation and convenience. So, we've talked about the diet, but now let's dive into the cuisine. Japan has this really rich and diverse culinary heritage that's respected all over the world. Actually, Tokyo has more Michelin-starred restaurants than any other city on Earth, which kind of tells you everything you need to know about their commitment to quality. Of course, you have the world-famous dishes like sushi, ramen, and tempura, but honestly, the food culture here is so much deeper than that. Every region has its own local specialties, and they use ingredients that are totally unique to that area. The philosophy behind Japanese cooking, or washoku, is all about balance, simplicity, and having respect for the ingredients. There's a huge emphasis on using what's fresh and in season. And the presentation is just as important as the taste. Every dish is prepared and arranged to be a feast for your eyes as well as your palate. It's really an art form. From a multi-course kaiseki dinner to just a simple bowl of rice, every meal is made with an incredible amount of care and intention. Eating in Japan isn't just about filling your stomach, it's a full-on cultural experience. In Japan, there's this ancient art form called kintsugi. So when a piece of pottery like a bowl or a cup breaks, they don't just throw it away. Instead, they repair it using this special lacquer that's mixed with powdered gold, silver, or even platinum. The cool thing is, the cracks aren't hidden. They're actually highlighted and turned into these beautiful golden seams. The repaired piece ends up being even more beautiful and valuable than it was before it broke. Kintsugi is built on the philosophy of wabi-sabi, which is all about finding beauty in imperfection and impermanence. Instead of trying to hide the scars, kintsugi celebrates them as a part of the object's history. It teaches that breakage and repair aren't things to be ashamed of, but something that adds character and strength. It's a pretty powerful metaphor for life, honestly. Our own struggles and scars don't make us less. They make us unique and more resilient. It's just a stunningly beautiful way to look at the world. If you want to see the future of fashion, you really need to go to Tokyo. Japan has this thriving and super influential street fashion scene that's honestly unlike anything else in the world. In places like Harajuku and Shibuya, the streets are basically a runway for some of the most creative, daring, and unique styles you'll ever see. It's not about following trends from big designer brands. It's all about self-expression and creating your own identity. People mix and match styles, making looks that are bold, colorful, and totally original. You see all these different subcultures, from the sweet and pastel-colored Lolita fashion to the dark and futuristic techwear. It's this vibrant ecosystem of style where, honestly, there are no rules. This creativity has had a huge impact on global fashion, with designers from all over the world drawing inspiration from the streets of Tokyo. It's a living, breathing art form that really shows the playful and rebellious side of Japanese youth culture. It's a visual feast and a testament to the power of individual expression. Now let's talk about something that is celebrated both within Japan and around the world: the beauty of Japanese women. This isn't just about physical appearance. It's about a unique combination of grace, elegance, and inner strength that is truly captivating. There's a deep appreciation for natural beauty and skincare, with routines and products that have become famous globally. The focus is often on achieving clear, radiant skin, which is seen as a sign of health and purity. It's a beauty standard rooted in subtlety and care. What's so fascinating is how they blend deep-rooted tradition with cutting-edge modernity. One day you might see a woman in a beautiful traditional kimono, walking with incredible poise and grace, embodying centuries of cultural heritage. The next day, you'll see the same level of elegance expressed through modern, high-fashion styles in a bustling city. This duality is what makes them so compelling. They carry themselves with a quiet confidence and a deep respect for both their history and their future. It's a timeless and sophisticated kind of beauty. This next fact is something that will astound anyone who lives in a big city. Japan has one of the lowest crime rates in the entire world. It is incredibly safe. You can see this in everyday life. People leave their laptops on cafe tables when they go to the bathroom. Kids as young as 6 or 7 take the subway to school by themselves. If you lose your wallet, the chances of it being returned to you with all the cash still inside are ridiculously high. We even tested this. We lost a wallet and it was turned into the police station within an hour. So why is it so safe? There are a lot of cultural reasons behind it. There's a strong sense of community and collective responsibility. The idea of bringing shame upon yourself and your family is a powerful deterrent. There's also a deep-seated respect for the law and for other people's property. It all ties back to that concept of maintaining social harmony. This low crime rate creates a feeling of trust and security that permeates the entire society, making it an incredibly peaceful place to live and visit. Life in Japan is punctuated by thousands of vibrant and unique festivals, or matsuri, that take place throughout the year. These aren't just small community gatherings. Many of them are massive, spectacular events that draw huge crowds. Each festival is a celebration of a different season, a historical event, or a local shrine's deity. They are an explosion of color, energy, and tradition. You can see everything from giant, elaborate floats being paraded through the streets to intense drumming performances and traditional dances. We went to one, and the atmosphere was electric. There were food stalls, or yatai, selling all kinds of delicious street food like takoyaki and yakisoba. People were dressed in traditional yukata, which are summer kimonos, and there was a real sense of joy and community. Some of the most famous festivals include the Sapporo Snow Festival, with its enormous ice sculptures, the Gion Matsuri in Kyoto, with its massive wooden floats, and the Kanda Matsuri in Tokyo, which is honestly one of the wildest street parades you will ever see. These festivals are the lifeblood of the community, and honestly, an unforgettable experience. Let's talk about the Japanese language. It's known as one of the most unique and tough languages for English speakers to pick up. A big reason why is its writing system. They don't just have one alphabet. They actually use 3 different writing systems all at once. First, there's hiragana. This is a sound-based writing style used for Japanese words and grammar. Then there's katakana. This is another sound-based style, but it's used for words borrowed from other languages, like camera for camera, or kuhi for coffee. And if that wasn't enough, there's kanji. These are characters taken from Chinese, and each one stands for a whole word or idea. To be able to read and write well in Japanese, you need to know at least 2,000 different kanji characters. The grammar is also totally different from English, with the action word always coming at the end of the sentence. Plus, the language has many levels of politeness. The words you use change depending on who you're talking to. It's an incredibly rich and detailed language that, honestly, shows how complex the culture itself is. And for our final fact, number 20, it's something that really sums up this entire video. Japan is a country of incredible contrasts. It's a place where the ancient and the futuristic coexist in perfect harmony. You can be standing in a serene 1,000-year-old Buddhist temple, and just around the corner, you'll find a skyscraper with a robot cafe and neon billboards. It's this constant dance between the past and the future that makes Japan so endlessly fascinating. One minute you're in the past, the next you're in the future. This blend is everywhere. You see it in the people, who practice ancient traditions like the tea ceremony, while also being at the forefront of technological innovation. You see it in the landscape where tranquil bamboo forests stand next to bustling megacities. Japan has managed to modernize and become a global economic powerhouse without losing its unique cultural identity. It respects its history while relentlessly pushing towards the future. This balance is Japan's ultimate secret, and it's what makes it one of the most dynamic and unforgettable places on Earth. And there you have it, 20 mind-blowing facts about Japan. From its stunning landscapes and technological marvels, to its rich cultural traditions and honestly, the beauty of its women, Japan truly is a land of wonder. We've seen everything from robots and bullet trains to ancient arts and thousand-year-old festivals. This trip has been absolutely insane, and I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of what this country has to offer. Every single fact we uncovered just made me more curious to learn more. Whether you're a history buff, a technology enthusiast, or simply a curious traveler, Japan has something extraordinary to offer. It's a country that will challenge your perceptions and leave you in awe at every turn. The blend of deep respect for the past with a fearless ambition for the future is something truly special. I've been to a lot of places, but honestly, there is nowhere quite like Japan. The culture, the people, the food, it's all on another level. Thank you for joining me on this virtual journey. I hope you've gained a new appreciation for this amazing country. If you ever get the chance, I highly recommend experiencing Japan firsthand. You'll be amazed at what you discover. Let me know in the comments which fact blew your mind the most. And don't forget to subscribe because we have so many more crazy adventures coming your way. See you in the next video.